If you are a multi-instrumentalist using Loopy Pro and you want clean, organized recordings, then you need to understand color destinations. Let me show you how. At the top here, we have the option to click all colors, none, or we can individually select the colors that we want our audio to go to. Using color destinations inside Loopy Pro allows for flexible routing of both your audio and MIDI sources. This lets you designate which clips any given channel will be sent to for recording. Doing so prevents audio or MIDI being recorded where you don't want it. For example, when I'm live looping, I don't want my microphone to be recorded to any of my guitar clips or vice versa. Perhaps I'm at a gig and I'm recording my first loop on guitar whilst talking to the crowd, or even just some background noise going on. I don't want that to be picked up and recorded into my guitar clips. To keep things clean and organized, you need to understand color destinations. Let's break it down. Now, there are two main ways to configure the color destinations inside Loopy Pro. The first way that I'll show you is if we head to the mixer and we take a look at this vocal channel, let's head down to where it says destinations. And if we click on that, you can see this is where we can assign the color destinations and output channels. Now, this tutorial is just going to talk about color destinations today. At the top here, we have the option to click all colors, none, or we can individually select the colors that we want our audio to go to. So firstly, I'm going to click none. That just gets rid of any color routing that we've got going on as default. And then I'm going to select magenta because the magenta clips are where I want my vocal to go to. I do not want my vocal to be going to the orange clips. I can then repeat the same steps for my guitar channel. And in this case, we're going to click none again. And this time we're going to click orange because that's the clip I want my guitar to go to. One additional tip, if you want to get even more organized, you can name your color groups. So in this case, we've currently got orange and magenta, but I could rename the orange group to be guitar as well. And I could do the same thing for vocals. Now, when I click on my destinations or choose my color destinations, you'll see that it's got guitar and vocals listed. This really helps you keep things organized when you're building complicated templates in Loopy. Now, as well as being able to choose the color destinations from this destination section on the individual inputs, you can also head over to the color groups themselves. At the top, we have a sources section. So if we have a look at the guitar color group now, and we click on plus for sources, you can see we've got a bunch of other options, but we could also select our vocals. You can't select the guitar in this case because I've already done it, but if I wanted to add vocals, then I could do so here. This works fine, but the main advantage of the first method that I've shown you is you're able to quickly assign one channel to loads of different colors at once, nice and quickly. So I would recommend doing it that way. When it comes to color destinations for MIDI channels, it's very much the same as audio channels. However, when you click on the destination options, only the colors that are related to MIDI clips are going to show up here. There are also a bunch of other destination types. You can send it to play audio clips or other applications and things like that. But that's going to be in a different tutorial to this one. We're just looking at color destinations today. You can even route one color group into another. So for example, if we head over to this orange guitar group here and we click on destinations, you can even route that into another color. So I could record now the orange group into the magenta group if I would want to. As you can see, the routing options inside Loopy are really extensive. You can even route a bus back into a color destination if you wish. So let's quickly do an example, and let's go back to the most obvious use for using color destinations, and that is just routing our instruments to the correct color groups that we want. And let's record a little 2-bar loop where we haven't configured our color destinations to show you what would happen. So let's record a quick loop whilst talking into the microphone. And as this plays back now, you can hear both my guitar and vocals inside that clip. And that's not what I want, especially live, you know, background noise, all of that kind of stuff. So let's take care of the routing and then try this again. So now the guitar is going to the orange clips and the vocal is going to the magenta. Let's try that exact same example again. And as you can hear now, we've got a nice, clean guitar loop, and the vocals aren't going to be recorded. Let's record into the vocal clip as well. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. And as you can hear, we're now getting our desired setup. So guitar is going to guitar clips, vocals are going to vocal clips. Of course, this is just one example. You can now expand this out to all of your different instruments or software instruments and configure things exactly how you want them. If you're finding this lesson useful, then please take a moment to hit that like button. I really appreciate it. So let's talk about why this really matters in a live situation. The main reason to get to grips with color destinations is to record nice, clean loops and take full control of what is being sent where. Now, a lot of you will end up using a MIDI controller or maybe even multiple control surfaces. So when we're using MIDI clips, we need to really take control of making sure that we record MIDI information only to the clips that we want so it doesn't become a big mess. Or maybe you've got a guest joining you for a gig on stage. Maybe it's a guest saxophone player, for example, and you only want the saxophone to be recorded to a specific color group. You don't want that sax suddenly being recorded to your vocals and all the other instrumentation that you've already set up. It really pays to understand color destinations and be able to quickly configure it the way that you want. If you'd like to download this demo template or any of the other Loopy Pro templates that I've already created, then check a link down in the description. Now it's your turn. As always, when you're learning a new feature in Loopy Pro, I think the best thing you can do is do a hands-on example and try and put what you've learned to the test. Create yourself a project. Make sure that you add at least 2 different sources. That could be vocals and guitar or software instrument and vocals, anything you like. Then record yourself a few clips and check back to see if what you've recorded is going to the clip that you want it to and not anywhere else. You can try experimenting with routing audio into multiple different color clips and getting a little bit more experimental if you like, but try it out, tweak your setup, and don't worry if it takes a few tries. Let me know how you got on with this mini challenge down in the comments, or if you want to chat with others and share your take, check the community link below where you can access the thread for this challenge. Now, this is one of the lessons from my new Loopy Pro Blueprint course that is on the way. The full course is coming soon, but if you wanted early access to the full series as it drops, check the link in the description. If you enjoyed this and want to learn more about what Loopy Pro can do, tap the video on screen now. I'll show you 22 of the best features in Loopy 2.0.